Hello, it's me, Pandy from Pandyman Entertainment, and today I've got a couple of things. So one of them is a answer to MS Paints, and the other one is just kind of a bit of a news update from us. So, firstly, you may have noticed maybe our marketing's not as on point at the moment, and our books aren't coming out as quickly as they used to, and our miniatures aren't either. Um, that's because I've been going for a bit of a health scare, currently under the doctors. Um, so we're hoping to hear soon. However, I don't know when that will be. So no real news on that, but yeah. So please bear with us. Thank you for the support we're getting at the moment. We really appreciate it. And we'll of course keep everyone informed. Um, yeah, so all positives though, nothing negative. How about that? So, but I do want to address MS Paint's video on tactics he thinks should be, and gimmicks and maybe mechanics that should be got rid of out of wargaming, maybe gaming as a whole. So, wargaming itself is quite niche, but I thought I'd answer these questions because I really enjoy his channel. While I've tried to make a clickbaity title to try and lure you in, we do have differing opinions. So, Trench Offensive, for example, uses D6. Now, that's his first complaint. Sure, it's not really the whole complaint. It's more of the fact that he dislikes the stat blocks in games. Now, we've gone round this a bit differently to other games at Trench Offensive and Threat Level. Our games are a little different. While they use the D6, they use a 2d6 maximum system. So you would never use more than 2d6, or less, technically. So you don't have to worry about that. And also, you only have to look at the miniature itself stats. So you go, okay, I'm going to attack with ranged attack. And basically it's you roll 2d6 and well, that's your answer. But then is it with advantage or disadvantage? It's quite simple as that. We've made it for that very purpose, really, to make it very simple. And I think, that kind of gets around the whole admin thing. You don't need to process a load of admin. You don't have to look down different stat blocks and then go, oh, I need to compare my strength to your toughness. These are all things that can be done, but there's no need. There's also not re-rolls and other things like that. So I think, admittedly, the vibe's probably not there for you, but I don't think all D6 games should be, outcast into the wilds. So his next complaint is something I actually agree with completely. I don't think you should ever completely get rid of a miniature. Now, of course, it's up to the company, and they've been doing this. One particular company has been doing this for as long as I've been in the hobby, and probably before. So I've still got a miniature called I think it's like Commander Chenkov, and he was in second edition. I think 40k. It may have been a different one. I do apologise if I'm wrong. But his rules have never come back out, and he's got awesome rules, really cool rules. But if I want to play him, I have to play that particular 40k version. No, that's fine. It sucks because I still own him, and he's still usable on the tabletop. But I bet not at the store anymore because I've heard so many horror stories of people going in with old miniatures and them going, "That's not a miniature of ours," blah blah blah. But I think it depends on so many different factors. Yeah. So once again, I'm not 100% sure that it's more of a certain critique of certain companies or a certain company. Now, of course, Pandyman Entertainment, we're not planning on doing that. We do historical games, and if you buy a miniature from us, we're going to make sure there's rules for it, unless we get rid of the whole set. But there'll always be something you can use our miniatures on. So the other thing that was in his video was I go, you go. I understand where he's coming from with this one. However, I also disagree with it because, well, once again, Trench Offensive uses this I go, you go system. Now, not quite the same as what he says, in fairness. He does say that he has to wait long periods of time. Clearly, he's no patience man. That's a bit of a reference for the X-Force community. By Craig Allenson, not Special Forces or anything. And so I wonder if chess is more appropriate for my system or in Trench Offensive. So in Trench Offensive, we use I move a miniature, you move a miniature. This makes it quicker. Plus, you could probably do it with a chess clock, making it really quick. That would allow players to faster play. I think that's terrible English, of course, but it gives players the ability to really sort of strategize, but quick. Now, of course, you don't have to play as fast, but you also, you are taking up your friend's time. Me and my friend Dave, we play tested this a lot, and we really enjoyed this system. Now, of course, it's probably not for everyone, but Trench Offensive does have a nice way of dealing with it, and so it's more like chess than a typical I go you go, but that's still I go you go. So that's kind of my rebuttal, based on my personal games and not anything else. But once again, really enjoyed the video from MS Paints. Give him some love, give us some love as well, and we look forward to speaking to you all soon.